Today's poem has been requested by my friend and AK singing colleague, Graham Carter. It was written by W.H. Auden to accompany a 1936 documentary film produced by the General Post Office's own GPO film unit. It features the night mail, a special train travelling overnight from London to Aberdeen. The train was a mobile sorting office, snatching mail suspended in bags at intervals beside the railway line without slowing down, then sorting it and delivering it to principal cities in Scotland. The film has become iconic and is indelibly associated with the work which Canadian pioneer documentary filmmaker John Grierson established. Grierson, who was working in the GPO film unit, shared the narrating with fellow documentary pioneer Stuart Legg. I confess I was uneasy about doing this one. Apart from the inherent challenge of its 60-mile-an-hour passages, there are at least half a dozen artistic heroes whose graves I could set a-spinning through inadvertent irreverence. At least, with Milkwood, I only stood to upset one man's memory, and the entire Welsh nation, of course. Reciting poetry is a fraught business. I remember seeing Grierson in my childhood home on our rented black and white TV set, introducing films. Can't remember the programme now. He came across as a serious chap, but the warmth and depth of his humanity was very evident. The GPO had developed a very wide remit by the time it was swallowed by British Telecom by government decree and was privatised in 1984. The privatisers had their ideological way and got their myriad iterations of the dog and bone, most of which, looking disturbingly obsolete and surprisingly avocado, are now in tin-roofed museums. The truly great work this state monopoly produced withered with it. More than ever, we need a new documentary movement to take up where Grierson left off, and the venerable Ken Loach eventually will leave off. Night mail. This is the night mail crossing the border, bringing the cheque and the postal order. Letters for the rich, letters for the poor, the shop at the corner, the girl next door. Pulling up B took a steady climb, the gradient's against her, but she's on time. Past cotton grass and moorland boulder, shovelling white steam over her shoulder, snorting noisily as she passes, silent miles of wind-bent grasses. Birds turn their head as she approaches, stare from the bushes at her blank-faced coaches. Sheepdogs cannot turn her course, they slumber on with paws across. In the farm she passes, no one wakes, but a jug on the bedroom gently shakes. Dawn freshens, her climb is done. Down toward Glasgow she descends, towards the steam tugs yelping down a glade of cranes, towards the fields of apparatus, the furnaces set on the dark plain like giant chessmen. All Scotland waits for her. In dark glens beside pale green lochs, men long for news. Letters of thanks, letters from banks, letters of joy from girl and boy, receipted bills and invitations to inspect new stock or visit relations, and applications for situations and timid lovers' declarations, and gossip from all the nations, news circumstantial, news financial, letters with holiday snaps to enlarge in, letters with faces scrawled in the margin, letters from uncles, cousins and aunts, letters to Scotland from the south of France, letters of condolence to highlands and lowlands, written on paper of every hue, the pink, the violet, the white and the blue. The chatty, the catty, the boring, the adoring, the cold and official and the hearts outpouring, clever, stupid, short and long, the typed and the printed and the spelt all wrong. Thousands are still asleep, dreaming of terrifying monsters, or friendly tea beside the band in Cranston's or Crawford's. Asleep in working Glasgow, asleep in well-set Edinburgh, asleep in granite Aberdeen, they continue their dreams, but shall wake soon and hope for letters, and none will hear the postman's knock without a quickening of the heart, for who can bear to feel himself forgotten?